Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a hangout, get ready with me. I'm just kind of using some products I got laying around and we're going to jump right in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been with me, thank you. And if you don't like me or my videos, please don't fucking watch me. I'm everybody's cup of tea and I'm super okay with it. Alright, so I should show you guys. I have a little sign that my sister made me that says, you are my cup of tea. I should put that somewhere in here, huh? Because I say it all the time. So I thought today we would play with the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. And I'm going to use these minty, tealy colors. And we're just going to see what we can come up with. I'm just in the mood to play with something different. I have a stack of palettes here ready to go to start doing more makeup videos. So also, before we jump in, I wanted to show you guys my granddaughter's Easter pictures. Look how beautiful she is. The light's up a little bit, so it's not doing her justice, but she's absolutely gorgeous, isn't she? Oh, just love this baby so much. So I thought I would share that with you guys. She's so cute. So for foundation, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier, the newer one. It's the Real Flawless. And I use some Laura Mercier face products. So I did my skincare. I always do that. I let it sink in for about an hour before I even put anything else on my face, and then I come over and do videos. So I use the Laura Mercier foundation primer, and then the Laura Mercier Radiance primer, and then this is a newer one, the Pure Canvas. This is blurring. So I have those three on my face now. Put those away. I use my MAC paint pot for my eyes, my Bare Minerals to set my face, and the brows are just, let's not talk about it. They're not even related right now, so that's okay. We're gonna just ignore it. Okay, so the first color I'm gonna go into is called Fringe. It's the lightest one, and then I'm gonna go with that one in the crease, and that one is called Sage. Yeah. So I'm also wearing my Stevie Nicks shirt or sweatshirt for my mom. I've just been missing my mom a lot lately, y'all. Mother's Day was just hard for me. So my sons took me out to eat and we had a good time, and I really miss my mom. I thought it was gonna get easier. I think it's getting worse. I don't know. Anywho, so we're gonna do, what the hell was that called? Fringe. Fringe as the crease color. And we're just gonna go for like a minty, tealy, no, this isn't really teal, this is definitely mint. We're just gonna do a mint look. I'm just in the mood for that. I've been doing kind of neutrally colors, or orangey, peachy, or bronzy, and I looked at my videos and I was like, I keep looking at this palette, like I really wanna play with it, so I'm just gonna, my son brought me that MTV picture. He always finds little things for me. And he got me a bunch of Scary Movie guy magnets. They're really nice, like good quality magnets. They're on my fridge right now, but yeah, my family always does that. They know I collect certain things, and like my kitchen, I collect the chef guy. So my kitchen's black and red, and everybody brings me the little fat chef guys. I have so many of them. I probably need to get a China hutch and store them all in there, because they're kind of just spread out throughout. I have a really big kitchen, and they're just kind of spread out through my kitchen. But my mom loved to like find things that I loved. Like I collect moons and stars. I used to collect frogs. I collect shot glasses. I know, weird thing because I don't drink, but I just collect them. Everywhere I've gone, I've always gotten a shot glass. And so, yeah. I don't know, it's kind of weird not having my mom around. She always, you know, your mom's your biggest fan. She just is. Your kids, that's a different kind of love, but your mom's love is just, I don't know, something special. And I must say, because of trauma I had with my mom when I was younger, I did waste the time that I had left with her, because it took me a little bit. I've always loved my mom. I've always been very close to her, and I can't say she was a bad mom, but she was a drug addict, so a lot of things came before us because of her drug habit. But I always was told how loved I was. I was always very well cared for from her, the drugs and guys. Once my dad died, my mom kind of turned into a hoe. And so guys just kind of became her focus. Drugs, she was a meth addict. So I'm going to use sage in my crease. And then I didn't really let her have my kids a lot to herself because she was on drugs. And she would always say, like, why can't I have the boys? You know, and I'm like, because you do drugs. And when you're ready to quit doing drugs, you can be a grandma. And my mom would go on these benders, right? Because when my dad died, he left a lot of money, and my mom pretty much blew most of it on drugs. So I have some issues from her fucking me over like that. But she was a drug addict, and I forgave her a long time ago. You know, but I still have had issues, you know. I hate even talking bad about my mom because she is a great person. But we had some things, you know. I'm going to go into evergreen next. Yeah, so growing up, I was the parent. I had to be the parent. I took care of my sister and brother. I cooked and cleaned and did all the things. And that was fine. You know, I have a very close relationship with my sister and brother. They've always looked at me like, you know, like a mom figure. Because I'm 5 years older than my sister, and I am 8 years older than my brother. And I'm the oldest. My dad had 2 kids from another marriage. I think my dad had his first child when he was 15. He was from Iowa. My family's German, and they moved to Iowa. Or that's where they settled when they came over here. But he had 2 kids that he wasn't really allowed to see because my dad was abusive. He was an alcoholic. He did drugs. So he pretty much got ran out of town by the baby's mom, basically. And, you know, the kids were kept from him. I have 2 older sisters. So I've only met them a few times, but we do love each other. And my dad wasn't able to see them till they turned 18, till they were able to get away from there and they came here. And, you know, it's just kind of, yeah, so I'm not technically the oldest, but of my parents' kids, I am. Yeah, so my mom struggled a lot. My dad was very abusive to my mom. He really hurt her bad, and in turn, I got pulled into it a lot, and got hurt as well. I was kind of the protector of my mom. So, yeah, you know, my dad, he gambled a lot. Even though we were very well off, my dad gambled a lot, and I could always tell if it was going to be a good night by the way he pulled up in his car, because he would leave work and just go right to the bar and start getting fucked up. Yeah, sorry, I used a Refer 202. And then I'm just going to take that deeper evergreen color and kind of try to blend it right here. But yeah, so I grew up with you know, it was tough. I had to be the parent. My mom was very immature still. Even as she got older, she was still kind of immature. And I can be too, so I can't talk shit. My kids say I'm very young-minded. But I had to do a lot of forgiving when she got clean. So she basically went on a really bad bender. Her pancreas ruptured. She didn't realize it. We just thought she was coming down. And when she ended up having to go to the hospital, and they did emergency surgery because she had turned gangrene. And in the hospital, I told my mom, if you don't stop doing drugs, I'm not going to speak to you anymore. And you aren't going to ever see my kids. I can't go through this with you anymore. You're old. You're sick. You need to stop doing drugs. You know, and she left there and never did drugs again. She got clean. And, you know, my kids were older by then, but they sure loved their grandma. And my sister's kids were closer to my mom than my kids were, just because my sister let her kids go around my mom more. And not that my mom was a bad person. She just, I didn't want my kids around drug addicts. I quit doing drugs when I was younger for a reason. I didn't want my kids to have that life. And my sister was very attached to my mom. And so I don't know, nothing ever happened to the kids, but you know, you just kind of, I didn't want my kids around drug addicts. And my mom had a lot of shady people around her at her house all the time, and I just didn't want my kids experiencing that life. So, yeah. But like I said, my mom was a very beautiful soul. When she got clean, She really tried to make amends with everybody, and she did try to parent me a little bit, but I'm like, Mom, I've been the adult in this relationship almost my whole life, and I just needed her to respect my boundaries. You know, I don't need to be told what to do by you. She was a great woman. She was a wonderful woman, and like I said, I feel bad even saying something about her negatively because I don't view her negative. But I just got her back a little late in life, you know, and that was hard for me. At least I got to have her, though, before she died. So when she got clean, probably 3 or 4 years into being clean, she found out she had cancer. It's called multiple myeloma. And I'm just working these colors because I'm nervous talking about this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, she got multiple myeloma. They told her she probably, because of the stage she was at when they found out, they said she probably wouldn't make it past 18 months. That was kind of the outlook they gave her. Live your life as best as you can. You're not going to probably be around long. And she made it like 4 years. She fought harder than I've ever seen anybody fight for anything. She did not want to die. My mom did not want to die. She just got clean and got her life together and, you know, got her kids back, you know. We were in her life more, and I don't know, it was very sad to watch what happened to my mom, because she finally got to have the life she wanted, and then she got sick. So, you know, sucks. It really does. I think I'm going to go into this. It's called, what is this called? Oz. I'm going to put that on the outer corner where the darker one that I just put is. So, okay, where am I at in the story? So she got clean. She found out she had cancer. And my sister is a registered nurse, so she went to college. My sister did really good with her life. My sister had a baby when she was 14, and I took care of her so my sister could work and go to school and be a teenager. So Lily was usually with me, and she was really close to my mom too. Lily was. Lily's in prison right now for fentanyl. She, her sentencing is coming up, and she was dating somebody who was a fentanyl dealer, and they got caught big time. So she's in prison right now. But anyway, so my sister worked a lot. She had 2 more kids, and I took care of her kids. You know, we just kind of, my sister tried to get other babysitters, and one of them ended up being a heroin addict and overdosed when she had my niece Rosa. And so my sister's like, please, can you take care of them? I don't want them with strangers. And I was like, yeah. The next one I'm going to go into is Marlon. So, yeah, I worked jobs and took care of her kids. We all just worked together. And my mom helped out a lot too once she got clean. So, yeah, I've had a tough road with my mom. I'm going to take my finger for that one and just kind of get some more pigment down so I'm not sitting here going back and forth forever. Yeah, but like I said, I can't say bad things about my mom because there was never a time that I didn't feel loved. I just knew that my mom was going to pick things over me because she was a drug addict. That's what drug addicts do. They're selfish. They don't mean to be, but it's just comes with the territory, you know? So, yeah, it's been hard because I miss my mom terribly. I miss the woman that I got back, you know? I'm going to take that deeper one, Oz, and just put that there too with my finger. Just to kind of mesh them together so we have a little bit of a gradient. So it's been hard not having her here. And then I'm going to go into that first color, Evergreen, with my finger. Is it giving me the dark? Yeah, okay. Put that on the very, very outer bits. I just want to have a bit of a gradient. So, yeah, it's been hard here without my mom because, like I said, your kids are wonderful, husband's great, but nobody loves you like your mom. And even though my mom was a drug addict, I was still pretty close to her as much as I could let myself be. You know, I was always kind of reserved a little bit back in the background, but I loved my mom, and I loved when I got good time with her, and she was clear-headed, you know. And then she got clean, she tried to parent me. Anyways, when she found out she had cancer, she started volunteering at churches and working with the homeless, and you know, she used to joke, I'm trying to get my way into heaven. I know I'm going to die. I'm trying to earn my way into heaven for all the shitty things I've done. My mom wasn't like a horrible, bad person. You know, like you see some meth addicts and they're stealing from you and they're, you know, tweaked out. My mom actually didn't wear her tweak well. So I mean, she wore it well. You wouldn't know unless you were sitting there doing drugs with her that she was as loaded as she was most of the time. She held it well. As well as I guess a drug addict can. So yeah, I've just been missing her a lot. When my dad died, he committed suicide. It really messed my mom's head up, and that's when we really lost her. And I had to step up even more. I was 17. He committed suicide 2 weeks after my wedding, and I had to really step up and even more so help with my sister and brother, because that's when my mom really lost her shit. Her and my dad were just very toxic, but loved each other, but were very toxic. They had trauma bonded, you know? So, that's a little bit of my history with my mom. I'm just going in with my finger to all these shades that I already put on here. I'm just kind of refreshing them. So yeah, it's hard for me because I have such a hard time with missing my mom, because I wasn't as bonded to her as like my sister was. I was when I was younger. I've always, I shouldn't say bonded, because I was bonded to my mom. But as I got older and I had kids, I started kind of pulling away from her, especially because of the drugs. I quit doing drugs when I was younger, to have my children, to have my son. I had my son when I was 16. And I'm a drug baby. My brother's a drug baby. My mom was in treatment when she had my sister. So, I don't know. I was very protective of my kids, and I wanted to break the cycle. So, you know, I quit when I was really young. I used to do drugs with my mom. That was the only time I could get attention from her, get time with her, is if I wanted to sit and get high with her. So, and she's the first person who ever gave me drugs was my mom. I was 11 the first time she ever gave me meth. And back then it was like crank or something like that. Meth hadn't been made yet. So, you know, I needed help with homework and she didn't want to help me. She's too high to do that. So she would give me meth. She's like, oh, it's a super drug. It'll help you. It didn't, obviously. But that's kind of the relationship I had with her growing up. So if I wanted any attention from her, I had to do what she was doing. And I didn't like it. Once I found out I was pregnant, I didn't want to do anything to hurt my children. I didn't want to be that kind of mom. So we just didn't relate a lot after that, you know, and I kind of stayed back from her just to protect my kids, you know. Like if I wanted them to be around drug addicts, I would have done drugs, you know. I didn't want that for them. I didn't want them to have memories like I did of my mom. I just didn't want it. So I'm missing her a lot. I really am. I miss what could have been, you know. And then I'm going to take this little champagne-y color called Flutter. I'm going to stick that on the very inner corner. Just a little bit. Let's see what she does. I love Natasha Denona palettes. They're just so good. Yeah, we're going to do that. That champagne color has more of a like a silvery green undertone. It looks champagne in the palette, but actually comes out a little more silvery. Okay, I'll show you that champagne color. Yeah, Flutter. So I think that's gonna be the look. Let me make sure it's somewhat even. Tomorrow's cleanup Earth Day, so we're going through and getting rid of tonight we're gonna go through and get rid of a bunch of stuff that I want to get rid of. So after this I'm gonna make dinner and help my husband because they're taking extra stuff during garbage day. So like we're gonna get our shit out there and get rid of a bunch of stuff that I don't want laying around anymore. So okay, I'm just gonna blend, make sure everything is good. We're 19 minutes on an eye look. Okay. Try not to rush this time though, you know, just be more calm. So yeah, I might do another get ready with me tomorrow if I get up early enough, because tomorrow I'm going to my granddaughter's dentist appointment. So yeah, that look right, you guys? I don't know. I hate that I can't tell with these lights until I get out of here and see it under regular lighting. If I missed anything, I'm gonna call that good. Yeah, okay. So there's that. There's a little crazy eye look. But Mother's Day, yeah, Mother's Day just sucked. I just wanted my mom. There's so many times I've gone through things and I really just want my mom. I want to call my mom. Because no matter what, I could always call her and talk to her about what was going on with me. And she always did take the time to sit down and listen to me and talk to me. So I miss that a lot. Okay, I'm going to start crying. I got to stop. I'm going to do Stila Stay All Day liquid liner. This is an excellent liner. It's waterproof and stays put. This is also my sister's favorite eyeliner. I need to get her a new one. I'm sure she works so hard and doesn't buy herself stuff, so I try to give her makeup and stuff or get her stuff when it's on sale. Yeah. Oh, I always blink and then mess up. Yeah, so you'll have to let me know if any of you guys went through any parents that were drug addicts. My dad didn't do meth, he liked coke. So his drug of choice was cocaine and alcohol. Oh no, yeah, I just did it. I just blinked and messed it all up. God help me. It looks way worse in real life. It's okay, it's my own fault. And then I got a new mascara, and I did pick up another product, the Merit. This is the cream bronzer, and then I got a new waterproof because it finally had it in stock at the Sephora Kohl's by my house, so I didn't have to drive far to get it. So we're gonna use that today. I actually like it's the Benefit Bad Gout Bang in waterproof. I actually have the regular one that's not waterproof, and I love it. It is a bit more of a wet formula, but I don't like a dry formula. I think everybody has their own personal preference, but I like more of a wet formula. I don't know why. I just feel like it's easier for me to achieve what I want quicker. So, ooh, and I blinked into that one too. We're gonna make our eyes water. I think my inner self is determined to make myself, make my eyes water. Okay. I have to reapply my eye cream real quick. That's okay. Yeah, okay. That's what we got. I'm going to put on some falsies real quick and shake up my foundation and get it going. And I'm going to tight line because y'all don't need to see that. It's too intense. But I'm going to use MAC Smolder to do my tight line. So I'll grab some old products that I haven't played with for a while. I'll be right back. Haha, I remembered. Alright, so I'm just put on the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. I really have been enjoying this. It's always so dirty. I don't know why makeup brands do white. I know it's pretty packaging, but I swear to God I can't keep anything white. I was even nervous to put this sweater on because I didn't want to, it's my mom's and I didn't want to get any makeup on it, so I'm just trying to be a little more careful. My sister gave it to me. She took a bunch of my mom's clothes and stuff when my mom died. And I didn't take a lot from my mom when she died. We pretty much just took important stuff from her house when we were bringing her to my sister's to put her on hospice. And my sister and I were in charge of my mom's house. She owned it. And we were going to let my brother, oh, I just dropped my foundation. We were just going to let my brother live there, and he wanted to pack up her stuff nicely. That's what he told us he was going to do. We believed him and we trusted him. He didn't do that. We lost all her stuff. I'm going to take a beauty blender now and just kind of go in and push that in my skin. But we were going to let him live there. You know, so he had a place to live, and then when we sold the house, we were going to split the money up. And my brother got his hand on the deed because my mom had it, and I guess he was a drug addict, he was a tweaker, so he must have went through her whole house and he found the deed, which I always kick myself for not looking for it, but I just didn't think I had to worry about it. But he found her deed, did some weird maneuvering, scammed the system, and sold the house one night. He called me and said, I know you're going to be mad at me, sissy, but mom's house is gone. And I blew all the money on drugs and bought some stuff. And I was like, what? I'm the executor on that estate. You had no right. And instead of putting him in jail, which I should have. I didn't. I didn't want to do. My mom was very attached to my brother, and my brother was very attached to my mom. My dad died when my brother was 9. Very sad story. He left my brother waiting for him all night the night he died. It really messed my brother up. But that's not an excuse, you know what I mean? You don't need to go out and be a fucking drug addict. Anyways, I have a little resentment there. So yeah, he did that. And I probably should have pressed charges. And he didn't get a quarter of the amount of money he could have got. And that was that. The house was gone and all our shit was gone. So it's very hard for me to talk about that because I'm very angry with my brother about it, but you know, what can I do? What can I do? Okay, next I'm gonna go into concealer. So I have one that's almost gone. So if I can't get any out, I have a backup of it. I love this MAC Studio Fix concealer. Let's see if I can get any out of this one that's pretty much empty. Oh, well that sucks. The doe foot just came off. Okay, so never mind. We're going to throw that in the garbage. We'll open the new one. It literally just pulled the doe foot right off. Okay. Yeah. I don't talk a lot about the stuff that's gone on with my family because, as you can tell, it's not great. You know, and I don't like to live in the past as much as possible. I try to let it all go. But I have stories for days, y'all, on some of the shit that I put up with. I try really hard to be a good person to everyone I love and know. And I'm pretty decent to strangers as long as they're not, you know, little cunts to me. I'll be decent to a stranger, you know. I usually don't get vindictive unless you hurt me as a stranger, you know. So, yeah, he hurt me really bad with that. And that's why I shied away from him when he went homeless. I'm like, well, we gave you a place to live. You're not going to come in here, you're a drug addict, and disrupt my family. Because my granddaughter at the time was living here, and I'm like, I can't have drugs around her. You know, I went through my kids' whole life without having drug addicts around around them. I'm not going to have it around my granddaughter. I'm like, if you go to treatment, you get out, and you can prove that you're clean, we'll talk about you staying at my house. But until then, I'm not going to be a part of this. You did this shit to yourself. Go be homeless, see what that's like, because we gave you a home. We gave you a fucking home. You know? Anyway, so yeah, that was that. Okay, so this has a little cover on it, which is nice. This is the Merit, I don't remember the name of it. Actually, I have the box right here. Let me see if I can tell you it. It is the Bronze Balm Sheer Bronzer, and I got it in clay. So, let's see. Ooh, it's very twisty. I don't like that. It's almost too cool toned for me. That's okay, we're gonna give it a go. We'll just do a little right there, because why not? Yeah, I've been through some shit, dude. But I love my family, and I'm down to no family. You know, I have my cousin. I don't talk about him a lot. He's like my best friend in the whole world. I don't bring him up on YouTube a lot because of his baby's mom. I don't want her messing with him. His ex-girlfriend, who was completely jealous of mine and my cousin's relationship, which is so weird to me because we weren't inappropriate. We were raised like sister and brother, but she did not like how close we were, I guess. I don't know. So, is that taking off my fucking makeup? Hold on. No. Okay. Better not. Better not. Don't try me today. I did not get coverage right there. I should have. There we go. I don't know about this bronzer. We'll see. Keep that close. I feel like it's already taking off my... Sometimes balms are just too much, you know? I'm gonna give it a fair chance though, damn it. Oh, I wanted to like this, but if they're too greasy, sometimes they just pick up the makeup underneath, and I don't like that. So we'll see. But I'm seeing some of my foundation coming off, and I don't like products that do that. Like, lay down on top. We're in 2025. This should not be a fucking problem. But maybe it is. I don't know. Does anybody else use this bronzer stick? Do you guys like it? You have to let me know in the comments if you've tried it. I don't know what it is, but I just don't love it. It's like doing something weird. Oh, I lost the lid to that already. Okay. Let me see if I can put a little bit more on, because more is more, you know? Oh, hell no. Dude, what the fuck? I hate this. Look what it just did. Let me pause. I'm gonna have to get the little cap that went on this out. I'll be right back. Oh my god, y'all. So I guess when I opened it, put it back in, or opened it, the cap came off, but it flipped around, so the bubble is on the out, so the bubble goes around the top of this product, and somehow in here the bubble flipped around and I can't get it out, and I'm gonna break it. Hell no. Oh, you're going back. See, I'll return something if it's like this. I can't even put this back in here without pressing it into that, it's the dome for this. Somehow when I pulled it out, it flipped around. I don't know how. I'm gonna fiddle with this. I'll be right back. I had to give it to my husband and have him try to fix it, because I will fucking murder it. It's like wedged in there now, obviously, for me trying to grab it out. So, okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. I had to call in reinforcements. I was trying tweezers, and I think I just made it worse by wedging it in there. So obviously I'm gonna have to take that back. I don't know if I even want a new one. I don't know. We'll see how this wears, but now it's just sitting here in the open. You know what I mean? I thought, oh cool, it has a little cover. That's cool. It'll keep it nice and moist. And then it fucking turned on me. So we'll see. Okay. Next I'm gonna go into the Rare Beauty Liquid Contour. I love the handles on this because I have arthritis. You know what, dude? Ever since I started new medication for my arthritis, dude, my hands have been better. Like, they still hurt sometimes, but they have been so much better. I've even been feeling better. I haven't had a lupus flare, like a real bad one, in a while. So maybe I'm on the magic stuff. My rheumatologist said most medications work for a time, and they're not usually meant for long term, especially biologicals. Eventually they just wear out. They don't keep working the way that they first started. So I'm just gonna enjoy this shit while I got it. But my hands have been a little bit better. I mean, like I said, they still ache. That's way too much bronzer or stuff on my forehead. Calm that down a little bit. I don't want to do blackface. I don't want to get... People are so fucking crazy these days. You do something unintentional, they will literally like try to cancel you over some shit you didn't even mean to do. That was an inappropriate comment to say. I'm sorry. But yeah, I only say it because I actually saw somebody who put too much bronzer on and it made her face really dark. And in the comments somebody had said, like, you're doing blackface, you can't do that. And I'm like, huh? That's not what I got from it, but okay. To each their own. Next, I'm gonna go into the Westman Atelier Cream Stick in Petal. Yeah, people are just... I understand that the climate of political shit is really intense right now. I get that history, we don't have the best history here in America, but I hate seeing people who would not do anything bad be punished for stuff they didn't do, you know what I mean? Did you get it out? Shut up. Did you break it? Huh? How'd you not break it? You just drilled a little hole in it. Thank you, baby. You're clever. You just drilled a little hole and pulled it out. I'm not going to put that back on now because it's all chippy, but I'm going to... My husband's literally the best. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not. I feel like I want to show them that this fucking cap... I literally had it on, pulled the bronzer out, it fell off in here, but somehow it flipped around like magic. I don't fucking know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that. That might be something I take back. I hate taking shit back, but if it's gonna do that shit, I don't know if I want it. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep my blush just a little bit more away from the apples of my cheeks, because I have such big cheeks, y'all. Anyways, I don't know what I was talking about. Probably something stupid. Probably something that'll upset somebody, so I don't want to do that. But I love everybody equally, and I hate everybody equally. I'm the least racist person I know, because I genuinely don't like people to begin with. But, you know, I love everybody equally. I am going to put some on my cheeks because I don't look right without it, so sorry. Yeah, I just think, oh my god, if I drop one more thing, y'all. If I drop one more thing. I just think if everybody just lets shit go and focuses on now, life would be better all the way around for everybody. Because we can't fix what's happened. All we can do is make sure we don't do it again. And I'm real big on not fighting racism with racism. So I think, you know, obviously there's still going to be really bad people in this world that aren't good people. Just like we're always going to have serial killers. And we're always going to have, unfortunately, child molesters. We're always going to have bad people in this world. But the majority of people in this world, I think, are good and would never do anything to hurt anybody. And I think if we focused on that instead of punishing people for the way they look, maybe punish them for the content of their character, that would be more reasonable, because then we probably wouldn't be punishing as many people for things that they didn't do, you know? I don't know. I'm a very liberal conservative, and I hate seeing shit. I just hate seeing bad stuff happen, so I don't know, that's just me. I'm gonna go into the Givenchy loose powder, set my under eyes real quick, and I'm gonna try it with a puff since I don't seem to like it with a brush. Let's see if my mind can be changed. I didn't get the hype with this one. This is the original one, so let's see if it can change my mind. I've always used it, I think I've always used it with a brush to set my under eyes, because I try not to put a lot under my eyes. I just think that's better for, you gotta set them. I mean, I do. I feel like I have to set my under eyes or they'll crease really bad. I feel like I have to set my under eyes. But I try not to use a lot of powder, just lightly. So, alright, so there, I have the same shade in the pressed one, and now I'm gonna use the pressed one, because I actually did like this pressed powder. I'm gonna set it on the rest of my face. I used my sponge backwards, or my, whatever this is. I have to swirl around in this, because it gives me all the colors that I need. Yeah, I don't know. I know politics on here is not a good topic, especially for a beauty channel. But, you know, I want everybody to get along and just treat people with respect. And if someone's a cunt to you, be a cunt back, okay? But don't be mean to people who didn't do anything to you. When I was younger, I was very different. Somebody looked at me wrong, I wanted to fight. You know, now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't like jail. You know? So, you gotta be pick and choose what's worth a battle. Let me see if my face feels, yeah. I do like, I mean, it feels like I'm not wearing any powder when I put this on, so I really do like this powder, or the pressed one. But I always have liked pressed powder more than I like loose powder, so let me wipe some of the stuff off. Make sure I don't got nothing on my shirt. Okay. Anywhoosies, let's move on, because I'm sure that's a sore subject. So next I'm going to use my MAC Gimme Sun. This is a powder mineralized bronzer, I think. I can't read that, but I'm going to try. We're gonna do a little bronze. Oh, I put my blush brush, that's the one I use for blush all the time. Well, now I have two. I put that in another holder that I have. I just noticed it when I looked at it. Oh, I love this bronzer. It's so good. It's like the perfect warmth. It's beautiful. We're just gonna be a little darker today, I guess. Look how white I am, y'all. That's why I literally buy foundation and it's so white on me, because this shows up red and darker because of the lights, but I'm actually very pale. So everybody says, oh, your foundation doesn't match, but when I get off camera, it actually does. It just doesn't look like it on camera. Okay, I'm gonna use for powder contour, I'm gonna use my Anastasia contour kit, and I'm just gonna mix those together. I just kind of dip into each one of them. Whoops, boop, 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 boop. A couple times, pick up way too much product. Give myself a little boost of a cheeky bone. My legs are starting to go to sleep. Wake up, legs. Sorry, I gotta move my body around for a minute. Okay. Yeah, I've been liking putting my contour up higher where my actual cheekbones are, instead of trying to, because I'm always worried about this much space right here, so I used to try to fill it in, but it just doesn't look right, so. And I'm older, so I need to kind of do shit accordingly. Okay. Best powder contour brush, I'm just saying. It's expensive. It's like 40-something dollars. The NARS Eda brush, mine is so gross and dirty, but literally the best. Okay, and for blush, I'm going to go into my Lunar Beauty Moon Prism blush palette. And I'm going to go into this pinkier color. And we're going to put that on the face. All my brushes are cooperating today. Hallelujah, praise Jesus. I'm in shock. I use this a lot off camera. I love this blush palette. It is so good. So good. Man, he killed it with the blush palette. I was like, oh, I'm going to try to keep it off my cheekbones, or my apples of my cheek. But I guess I'm not. I guess I lied. I'm sorry. Just go over it like that. I'll put a whole bunch on. 'Cause more is more. Okay. And then I'm going to go around all of that just with my little, whatever this is, puff. And just make sure everything meshes well. Okay, good enough. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to fix plus myself real quick. Y'all, I use way too much of this and I go through this stuff so fast. I literally have, I think, 6 or 7 backup bottles. And then a lot of bottles that have like this, like, it's down to like this much. That's usually when I'll quit using it, is this, like this much. I need to unscrew them and pour them all into one and finish them off, but I have hoarder tendencies, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna go into, which highlight do I want to use today? I want to use my Chanel one. I think I'm gonna use my Chanel one. Yeah, I'm gonna use my Chanel, fuck, I don't know how to say any of that. My Chanel highlighter. And we're just gonna put it right there. It looks crazy because it's, you know, white, but it's very subtle. I actually might need more than this. I don't know. I still like to glow to the gods. I still like a lot of highlighter. I think it just makes my skin look better. And I don't have a lot of texture right here, so I'm very blessed for that. I've gotten rid of a lot of my texture, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, I'm sure after this video you guys will see why I just don't talk about a lot of things, because I am very opinionated, and I don't need my opinion to matter more than someone else's feelings. So there is that about me, but I do have a lot of thoughts. I'm going to take this contour shade ever so slightly and just pretend like I know how to contour my nose. So I feel like it's looking very bare, you know? So let's screw up the makeup look by trying to contour our nose. I don't know if that did anything, but I feel like it doesn't look so out of place. I don't know, I watch all these ladies contour their nose and I'm like, ooh, I like your nose contour. And I'm like, I want to do it. And then I end up messing up my face because I don't know what I'm doing. My son was showing me these hot girls yesterday, and this girl's contour, it looked like she took poop and smeared it right down her nose. I was like, girl, someone in your friend group needs to be honest with you and tell you, like, slow fucking down. That's a lot. But I'm a bitch, so whatever. Okay, let's do the under eyes and get y'all out of here. So I'm gonna use this Marc Jacobs, this is an oldie, I've had this forever, kohl liner, and I forgot how much I loved it, so we're gonna stick that in the waterline. This was like his, this was his eyeliner before all his, you know, eyeliners came out, but you can't push it back down, so it only goes up. I hate liners like that. Oh, why are you giving me problems? There we go. I just threw this in my waterline yesterday and it worked excellent. I don't know why it's giving me problems now. So I made brisket. We had brisket yesterday and that's what we're gonna have tonight because I have leftovers. So I get an easy dinner night tonight. And then I deep fried tater tots. I was gonna make homemade battered fries, but I was too tired yesterday. That's one thing I've noticed that hasn't been getting better is my fatigue. I'm just waiting for like a burst of energy to come along and just like swoop me up and make me happy. So I swear I feel like I'm running on fumes all the time. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this darker shade called Sage and put that closest to my waterline. And then I'm gonna use the lighter shade of that. Well, let me just see. I say something and then I change my mind almost immediately, so let me put that down. Ooh. Oh, I got the powder in my eyes. Does anybody else struggle putting stuff under their eyes, dude? I have such a weird shaped face right here. It's like such a little space. And I struggle with things right here. I've always struggled with stuff right there. And then I'm gonna take the deeper shade called Oz and just stick that on the outer bits of my eye just to connect it up here. Yeah, just a little bit. Just so it connects and kind of mimics what we got going on up there. Okay, then I'm gonna take a littler brush and I'm gonna put that fringe, the lightest color, the one I use for my transition. I'm just gonna go around all of that with this fringe color. Ooh, pretty, pretty. I don't know why, but I was like, I feel like doing a mint makeup look. I haven't even seen one in a while. I just got it in my head that I think that would be pretty, so. And I was looking through my palettes and I saw that and I was like, ah! Okay, that was a sign from God. We're doing that. So, okay, and I'm gonna take the Flutter shade. It's kind of picks up chunky. I'm gonna use that for my inner corner. I guess I could pick it up and make it not be chunky, but it's beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see, it's full beauty, but she pretty. I'm gonna get little glitter particles everywhere now, I think. And then I'm gonna take that same shade and put it up here under my eyebrow. Because who doesn't love a little sparkle in the eyebrow? I want to be one of the girls that just puts matte up there, but I don't know why. I love shimmer so much. Like I have an addiction, for real. Okay. Is that enough? I don't know if that's enough. Hold on. Maybe we're going to kick it up a notch because I want that to be enough, but it doesn't feel like it's enough. So I'm going to go into my Ofra and Nikki Tutorials glazed donut. I just need a little bit more. It's a pretty color in theory. We'll say that. It looks champagne in the little square, but it's definitely not champagne. It comes out with a white, like almost like this, but not quite. Just give me a little bit. Thank you. There we go. I'm hungry now. Okay, I'm gonna eat, and then we're gonna do a little spring cleaning. Clean out underneath my cupboards in my bathroom, because we have a bunch of products that are like half products down there, and I want to get it cleaned up and make it look nice. Then I'm going to take a little bit of that right here. Oh, disc golf ball. Yep. This is why I never use this on my face, because it does that. Holy shit. Okay. I'm going to just go over it a little bit. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You can literally fix almost anything, y'all. Just don't panic when you mess up. Just think logically. Oh, there goes my beauty blender. How many things have I dropped today, y'all? Is anybody keeping score? Jesus. Okay, I'm going to use my Anastasia right... Oh, you know what? No, I'm not. Because I'm going to be sweaty, I think. I'm going to use the MAC Fixed Stay Over. This is similar to Hairspray. Okay. Whew. And then, while it's drying, I'm going to do my Charlotte Tilbury. I'm almost done with this so I can open my jumbo bottle. I'm so close. Okay. That should lock me down for a while. Where'd my beauty blender go? I have to wash it. Okay, y'all. If you're still here at 51 minutes, bless your little souls. Okay, I'm going to use the Bad Gal Bang waterproof mascara. Oh, I can see all my little peach fuzz. I need to shave my face. Or dermablane, whatever we're calling it these days. I call it shaving it because that's what it technically is. See all my little peach fuzz with the light reflecting. Dang, I just did that like last week. Usually I get like a week or two. Well, I guess, yeah, it's been about a week. I try not to do it too much because it's not good to take that much skin off, but I do not like a peachy face. Peachy fuzz face. Okay. I love this mascara. I knew I'd love it for the bottom. It gives such great length and volume. I'll just do one of those just to make a match. Okay, what lipstick am I gonna wear? Oh, you know what I really want to wear? My sister got me this because I used to love Gem. This is the Sephora lipstick. This is way too bright. Ah, maybe another time. Sorry, Sizzy. I think I'm gonna use my Mario one. Wait, hold on. Sorry, guys. I need to figure out what I'm doing here. Do I want to use Charlotte Tilbury? Yeah, we're gonna use Charlotte Tilbury and Charlotte Tilbury liner in, what does it even say on here? Pillow Talk. It's more of a pinky color. Yeah, I'll fill it in. Oh, I can hear my big dog getting excited. And I think this is in Pillow Talk as well. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little 80s minty vibe. Okay, so I'm just leaving my hair like this because I'm trying to keep it out of my face. This is my full face. I am done. Thanks for being here with me, all. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. And be nice to each other, okay? The world's fucking crazy right now. We should all be nice to each other. You know, if someone's bad to you, you don't have to be nice to them. Fuck that. I'm mean to people who are mean to me. But if someone treats me right, I will treat them right back, because God's watching. Duh, you know? Alright, I love y'all. I'm gonna get out of here before I say some shit that y'all don't like. Peace.